Good afternoon, Western Washington, and happy Saturday. I'm Matthew Fab with Western Washington Weather, and today we're going to take a look at the forecast for the rest of today and over the next few days as we have a lot of systems coming through and a lot of activity to talk about. So starting here with the radar, you can see the system that moved through the area this morning. We have some lingering showers behind that front that are going to be moving through Western Washington over the next few hours. Taking a look at the satellite imagery, you can see the clear skies off the coast behind this system, but our next system is already approaching here, as you can see it coming toward us over the Pacific Ocean. So let's take a look at right here. Also, just want to point this out before we look at the overall picture. We did have some gap winds this morning, strongest around North Bend there. You can see gusts of 39 and 41 miles per hour. Breezy elsewhere with the front with gusts of 20 to 35 miles per hour. But these gap winds did happen overnight around North Bend there. Didn't look like that caused too much damage. This is pretty routine. Just wanted to point that out. So looking at our overall pattern here on the European model, you can see our system moving through the area today that should just bring some lingering showers by late tonight. Then that next system moves into the area tomorrow. By midday, you can see rain and mountain snow at times. Snow level is going to be about 4,000 feet. And then as that continues to move through into early Monday, then we turn showery by midday Monday before this storm bombs out off the coast there, as you can see, and brings more rain into the area. However, this storm could also bring some areas of gap winds, and we're going to talk about that in a minute here. We turn showery again by Tuesday morning there, and we remain showery through the day there on Christmas Eve before, before another area of rain with some more systems moves in there on Christmas. This could have some atmospheric river tendencies there later in the day on Christmas with some heavy mountain snow, but again, mainly above 3,000 to 4,000 feet. So even places like Snoqualmie Pass could be getting rain-snow mix. We'll talk about that a little bit more as well. And you can see heavy rain across the area through the 26th there before we start to have a little bit more uncertainty here with some systems moving toward the area that could bring some more impacts into later this upcoming week. So taking a look here at the sea level pressure, you can see how we just have systems kind of pinwheeling offshore there. That system moves up toward Haida Gwaii there on Sunday, but what we're paying attention to is this system right here. It's going to swing up off the Washington coast there, well off the coast, well off Vancouver Island, and will reach bomb cyclone criteria there. As you can see, at 10 a.m. Monday, it's at 990 millibars, and in 12 hours, it deepens almost 30 millibars. So that's definitely a bomb cyclone, but it will not have nearly the same impacts as the previous bomb cyclone, although we will be having some offshore gap winds that we will talk about here in a minute. So stay tuned in the video here for that. Another thing that's going to happen with all these systems offshore is we're going to have big waves. And you can see as we go through Sunday there, we have big waves moving into Haida Gwaii and just off the Washington coast. And then as we go into Sunday and Monday, these large waves continue to hit the Pacific Northwest coast. Then you have this bomb cyclone spin up right here on Monday, and that's going to bring some really big waves to the North Washington coast, especially early Tuesday. And then we look to have a bit of a reprieve from those waves on Christmas before more systems start to bring some big waves after Christmas. So taking a look here at the radar, you can see we will have some showers moving through the area through this afternoon, and then we will mostly dry out with some light showers moving quickly across the area into tonight. And you see some of those showers continue on the coast through early Sunday morning before that next system starts to move in by about midday Sunday, bringing some moderate to heavy rain and some areas of mountain snow and some mix through the day Sunday before turning showery by Monday morning. You can see some heavy showers potential late Sunday night before we turn showery with convergence zone activity by Monday morning. So taking a look at total precipitation through Monday, we're going to play this through. We have the European model here on the left and the higher resolution national blend of models here on the right. And we're going to play this all the way through to Monday there. And if we stop it right here, you can see we are at Monday evening there. And you can see Sunday evening here. We have some more rain coming through on Sunday with that next system, likely going to be a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch for parts of Western Washington and more on the coast there. We do have a lot more rain coming up over the next few days here, so let's keep going through this forecast as we go into Monday morning. You can see the Euro is picking up on some potential convergence zone activity between Seattle and Tacoma. That would be Saturday and Sunday possibly, so stay tuned. If you're in this area, watch out for some heavy rain. You can see rain on the coast up to an inch by Monday morning. But we're going to have a break in the rain there on Monday before some heavier systems move in on more near Christmas, and that's going to bring some pretty heavy rain totals to the area. We'll talk about that here in a moment. Now taking a look at the National Blend of Models snow totals here. As we go through Sunday, or Saturday and into Sunday here, let's play this all the way through Sunday. You can see by the time we get to Sunday evening, we're only getting about 2 to 3 inches of snow at places like Snoqualmie Pass, and that's because the snow level is going to be staying at around 4,000 feet. You can see even Stevens Pass only getting 3 to 4 inches there. So not a big mountain snowmaker there on Sunday and into Monday. Some of these showers on Monday and convergence zone activity could bring some areas of heavier snow to around Stevens Pass, so we'll see if that does occur. Now taking a look at wind here, you can see we did have some gap winds this morning, and as we play this through Sunday, you can see some areas of offshore southeasterly winds over the San Juans and Whidbey Island, gusts around 40 miles an hour there, and those gusts this morning on the coast there, 45 to 50 miles per hour. It did look like that occurred. It looked like even Hoquiam got a 62 mile per hour gust, but what we really want to pay attention to is here on Monday. So this is peak gusts through Monday at 4 p.m., but as we go to Monday at 10 p.m., take a look at these offshore winds here. We have gap winds. Not nearly as strong as the bomb cyclone, not even close. However, some foothill locations will likely be gusting 50 to 55 miles per hour, places like North Bend and Enumclaw, and some of these gap winds are going to leak out into the lowlands there, mainly from Seattle, or from Auburn and SeaTac northward there, sharp cutoff usually on the south side of these events, with places like SeaTac and Renton gusting 35 to 40 miles an hour, and those similar gusts continuing all the way up the I-5 corridor into southern British Columbia there. Gusts of 40 to 45 miles an hour offshore from Whidbey Island up toward Bellingham and the San Juans, and then you can see more gusts up to 50 to 55 miles per hour on the coast, but mainly a southeasterly component there. So if you are in the foothills, there is some potential for some strong gap winds there, but again, nothing like the bomb cyclone. That is an event that we likely will not see replicated for at least 5 years, probably more like decades. That was such an incredible event in terms of the wind and wind damage. We're not expecting anything like that with this storm here. So now I want to take a look at the European model Ensemble Forecast. So the European model, the control run is what we look at most of the time here. However, the European model runs 50 different forecasts that are all basically a little variant of the control run. So it basically changes the initial conditions a little bit to come up with a consensus in the forecast. So as we look down here at the bottom of this graphic, you can see the control run is in blue, the ensemble mean is the green line. And you can see there is good agreement here for the days after Christmas for some heavy rain across parts of western Washington. This is looking at SeaTac Airport. And you can see good agreement on the ensembles here for 24-hour rain totals over 1 inch. And you can see that potential for heavy rain continues all the way through around December 30th. So we could be having some pretty big rain totals over the next week or so. We take a look at this same thing for Hoquiam, and you can see those 24-hour rain totals are more like 2 to 3 inches possibly after Christmas there on the 26th, the 27th, and on toward the 30th there. And then as we take a look at this in the mountains, we're looking at Stevens Pass here, and you can see this system that is coming in on Sunday that brings some higher snow totals for Stevens Pass. And then take a look at these totals for the 26th and 27th. Potentially we're looking at over a foot of snow in the 24-hour period, and that could be sustained for a little bit there. But again, the thing that we're going to be watching is the snow level. The snow level is likely going to be hovering between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. That should bring mainly snow to Stevens Pass, but that's why I decided to not look at Snoqualmie Pass here, because Snoqualmie Pass is going to have much different snowfall amounts, likely much lesser than Stevens Pass if these snow level forecasts continue as expected. Now, we're talking about these hazards over the next 8 to 14 days, and really that is what I was just talking about there between Christmas and New Year's. And you can see this is a graphic put out by the Climate Prediction Center, a part of the National Weather Service there, and you can see it's warning for heavy snow and heavy precipitation and high winds at the beginning of this forecast period, so near the 28th of December there, and this would likely, if this were to go from about Christmas onward, you would see these same hazards continue for the Christmas time frame right after there. So we're going to keep looking at this type of graphic over the next few days because of all the potential weather that is going to be coming into Western Washington and the Pacific Northwest at large. And with all this weather coming in, it's a great time to remember, please subscribe to my YouTube channel here and join the Facebook group and follow along on Blue Sky and Twitter. These are the best ways to follow me and to get all of your weather updates in a timely fashion. So I'll be doing more videos here over the next few days as we've got a lot going on and a lot of potential weather to look at. So stay tuned and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.